Anime and Manga Podcast. This is Rygart, Zess.
And Inked Titania.
We just wanted to talk about the thing that we love most in our free time, anime and manga. I'd say I've been watching anime since I was little, but I didn't actually know it was anime when I was little. But if you're a 90s kid, shout outs to 90s kids.
Oh yes, raise the roof.
You know, growing up with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Naruto, and then it wasn't until I went to uni in 2010 that a housemate introduced me to Death Note, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta binge this. So I ended up getting to you know all the part I'm talking about. Yeah. that part, and I tanked it all the way up to that, and then I just couldn't function for 2 hours, and then since then I've just been watching anime ever since, and I end up watching 20 plus shows every season. So
you watch a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
A lot more.
But it's okay. You know, it's fun. You know, I try to do work as well, but anime tends to take over a lot of the time.
You must have favourites.
Planad, Your Line April, anything that makes me cry.
You'll cry in April.
And sports anime, because I love my sport, and anything with anime and sport put together is instant win for me. So that's
instant win.
That's it. But yeah, on to
where
you.
I started. To be honest, I think we all watched Pokemon growing up. Am I right?
Yeah, forgot Pokemon.
Yeah, that is clearly where it started for me. I remember Pokemon cards going around at primary school, and then I found shows such as, again, like you said, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
I also fell in love with Beyblade, the first season of Beyblade. That was one of my first. Then of the first season of Naruto, I remember used to watch that in my mum's bedroom on a big TV all the time. Fairy Tail, there was Rave Master, and I loved Rave Master. Oh my god, I'd love that to return. And then I slowly started getting into... I did watch One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it on Toonami, though.
Oh wow, that English sub though.
Yeah, and I didn't really enjoy that, funny enough. When I found the Japanese sub, it was a lot better, but I found it hard just to stick to, because by the time I found it again, there was 400 plus episodes. I was like, I don't have the commitment for this. Yeah. So I wouldn't go saying I'm a One Piece fan, but I don't hate One Piece, and that's good coming from a Fairy Tail fan. I would say favourite anime of all time is Fairy Tail. Mainly because I think when I found it was when I was rekindling my love for anime, because in secondary school I had to kind of hide it. It wasn't cool in secondary school. I
think what you're talking is your love for friendship.
And
Nakamas.
Yes. It's a very strong friendship anime, that one. Yeah. Friendship overpowers all. But speaking of Fairy Tail, what did we do this week?
On Wednesday
we went to go see Fairy Tail Dragon Cry, the second Fairy Tail movie. And if you haven't seen it yet, you got time to tune out right now, because there are going to be spoilers, because we're going to talk about it from beginning to end, pretty much.
Yeah.
All of our favourite bits, what happened, what the story was, and all that. So this is your time now to tune out. You cannot blame us for spoilers if you hear spoilers after this. Don't have a go at us if we're getting things wrong. We've watched the film once a couple of days ago. So, where it starts, Natsu in the cobble cube, because it kind of does a flashback.
Yeah, it has a flashback.
It starts off with him in that cube.
He had a little dream.
Kind of showing where he's from in a way.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and so he wakes up in that cube, and immediately...
He's flying through the air!
He's not very good with vehicles and flying.
It's okay with happy, and that is it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That flying, he can do.
Yes.
Anything else? No, mate.
Right, but he seems to be chained up, and this bird is flying about, and he's trying to escape. He's falling, but he's trying. There's this torch on the side, and he's trying to eat it.
Well, he needs to eat flames, doesn't he, for his strength?
Yeah. He manages to somehow conveniently swallows the fire,
breaks out of his chains,
and then boom, fire dragons roar, leap time, turns into a Power Ranger.
Flashback, and then it explains why he was in this cube. So the whole thing of Fairy Tale Dragon Cry is a staff.
It's a staff, yes.
Which has got ridiculous powers, basically. And it's kind of got all the sorrow and sadness and anger of the dragons,
yes,
obviously, that were killed. And it's kind of carrying on from the point of the middle of the games arc, isn't it? Where Gargiel goes down that mine shaft and they find that dragon spirit, don't they?
Yes.
It kind of explains
that. It's related to that, yeah.
Because it's that you see that dragon that they were talking to in it at some point. I remember seeing like a flash of him and it was like, that's the one that they found down in the thing, you know. So, yeah, the staff belongs to, is it Crocus?
So this staff was in somewhere in Fiora. It looked like a snowy place. And this guy named Zess comes along.
But it kind of goes to the fact that he turns up at this thing and there's loads of guards from Fiore. And that, you know, they know who he is. Because he's obviously some sort of
traitor,
bad guy. Yeah, he used to be part of Fiore, and then he left Fiore. Is that like he was a traitor of some kind? And then you find out he's got this stupid, ridiculous power to turn people against one another. Mind washing, kind of brainwash thing, isn't it? And he basically, their eyes go red, and that is it. They're furious. So he made all these guards fight to the death, basically, around him. And he had this pretty girl character, which we'll come to, you know, and she's like, oh, I don't want to hear any more sorrow and all that, you know. She doesn't seem very happy to be doing this, but she's basically being forced because her magical power is knowing where stuff or people are, isn't it? She can see through walls and stuff. It's weird. But yeah, so basically they then go and claim, well, like steal the staff, don't they?
Yeah.
And it kind of then goes to Fairy Tale characters suddenly popping up. Happy you see first, isn't it? Walking down that little thing.
Yeah. He's
shouting for Natsu.
Yeah, walking down.
Because he's being chased by a little dog, and he's scared of the dog. Natsu then just stares at the dog, and the dog runs away like crying. Just that stare that he does.
I was like, huh?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Then Lucy has a go at him for scaring the little dog, and he's like, I didn't do anything, I just looked at it. And then Lucy says to Happy, well, Plu's a dog, you know. And then suddenly Plu's there, and he's like, yeah, but he doesn't look like a dog. And then Natsu's like, he looks like some sort of bug. And then it kind of goes like, you know, Lucy then says, no, he looks like a dog. And Natsu's like, you like something wrong with your eyes. And then he does get very close to Lucy, doesn't he? He's like, and asks the quite important question, because it pops up later on again. Yeah. What do I look like to you?
And she's like,
she goes,
you look like you. And I was like, that's just anticlimactic. Okay.
And then Wendy pops up through the bushes and is like, am I interrupting something? Which is quite funny. Yeah. Like it looks like Gray's about to do something really cool. He's like, ice maker, and then he just pops up at the wheel and goes wheel and fixes the wheel.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's pretty much it. And then hers is like, you're a wonderful ice mage. She's like, yeah, thanks. And they're going to the city, aren't they? To the palace. So basically, they're getting that quest to save the staff from Zash, from the king. They get a plan together. But there is a point, goes back to the guild, and then Levi, Gadgil, and Juvia end up going on a quest as well.
Yeah, they have a quest. Somehow this quest is related to...
Well, it's on the same island. They don't. We never find out what their quest was that they took. Do we?
No, I reckon no. I think
it doesn't really get explained.
No.
But they end up on the same place, the same island, where the main little group go to get the stuff. So they all end up on the same island. Because
here's where the scene it was fantastic. Because there's a part where Titania and one of our friends had a moment, and I was in between them. There was a fist bump after it was said. It was great.
Well, let's explain why she said that.
So
they're in skimpy outfits, aren't they?
Yeah, the scene opens up with Lucy in like sort of a bikini belly dancer type.
Yeah, dancing around on stage. Like how it's almost like a strip club scene, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's kind of like a strip club in a way.
Yeah, and they're like talking to each other through telepathy, and then they're trying to steal this ring from Zash.
So they want Lucy to get his attention.
Yes, so Lucy uses... I don't know if it's a celestial key.
Yeah, she uses Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Gemini.
To teleport to thing, she's like...
But there's just a point before that, like you said, the fist bump thing.
Yes, and that was it.
She asks herself a question in her own head.
Yeah.
which is what she says is, why am I doing this? Fan service. But yeah, she uses Gemini and sort of as if she's like projected herself right in front of Zash, because he's not really looking at her on the stage, so she then puts herself on the bar in front of him, doesn't she? And he's like really interested, like, oh wow. And somehow, I don't know if he's wearing the ring or if the ring's... It looked like he was wearing it and Urza just managed to slip it off.
Yeah.
We weren't even going to talk about Urza's outfit.
Well,
oh my god.
Speaking of Urza, right? I mean, you know, she's nice.
But she's there
nice,
for the fan service, but she doesn't care about that.
She, you know, nice, elegant woman, but that outfit is just...
It's like a big thong.
It's just...
It's almost like the mankini.
Yeah.
The way it kind of goes, it's almost... Obviously, it does cover her boobs, but it's like a mankini.
But yeah, she steals the ring. She then creeps out into the back room. Grey then copies it, and then I presume they switch back the ice ring back onto Zash's hand.
No, they give him his real ring back.
Oh yes.
Because they use the ice ring. But they give him his real ring back somehow.
Yes.
But you don't see him get his ring back.
No.
But Urza says, I'm going to go return this now. Mm-hmm. And then it goes to them out the back talking, doesn't it? No, goes back to Zash and Lucy, and Zash is like, I want to make you my girl.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then Grey then pops up, and he's like, can you not talk to my employees like that, basically? Acting as if he's some sort of manager, and like his swag little thing. Because he's passed the copy of the ring to Happy and Sharla. So they've all survived the plan, haven't they? You've got Urza and Grey and Lucy are at the strip club place, trying to distract Zash, get the ring, give it to Happy and Sharla so they can take it to Natsu and Wendy, who are waiting for the ring to go infiltrate the castle kind of place, isn't it? That they're in.
Yeah.
Well, it is a castle because the
it's
king
like
and
like
stuff.
a palace.
Yeah.
Palace of Stella. Natsu and Wendy break into the place, and they pick up and they get to the staff. But
well, they kind of walk into a room full of treasure and gold and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and
before that.
Start searching through it, and then Natsu senses really high magical power coming from the back room. So he goes on his own, doesn't he, to the back doors, and finds the staff that are glowing and looks so pretty and stuff. He grabs
the
it,
staff,
doesn't
and he can feel the pain of dragons and
because he starts crying, doesn't he?
And then the alarm goes, but as the alarm goes, they escape, and then that cuts back to the bar scene.
Oh yeah, because the guards now come in and said, the staff's been stolen. Me in this bit, I kind of thought, if they had not said anything, Grey, because suddenly he was like, what's happened? And then Grey just turned around and lamped him.
Yeah.
We're like, Grey, if he didn't do that, he wouldn't, what would have made him think, oh, it was you? You know, there was no way that for Grey, Urza and Lucy to be associated with Natsu and Wendy in these people's eyes. How did they know? You know, he knows they're now part of it. So Grey freezes him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he's like frozen solid, they kind of then get away. They meet back up in the streets, running through the streets, don't they?
Yeah, big chase scene on rooftops, for, like,
you know,
think Assassin's Creed. Yeah, there's a big chase scene.
But evidently they get away with the staff, don't they? They've got the staff. There's a chase scene, there's a bit of a fight, but they do end up with the staff after that, don't they? And then they go back to like a little, almost like a camp they've set up. They're all sitting in a circle around fire, aren't they? And Happy's playing with the staff. And
Best fun of the film that. It's like, they're all chilling around, you know, they're all just chilling around camp. And it was like, I think it's Lucy who's like, oh, isn't it a little bit breezy around here? And then Happy goes, I farted like 2 seconds ago.
Oh yeah, they're saying like something about the air being really nice, and then Happy's like, sorry, I farted about 2 minutes ago. It was hilarious because it just came out of nowhere. Yeah. It was like, what, Happy? Like, just Happy in this film was actually really good. Normally Happy can be quite annoying, but in this film he was quite funny. I did like Happy. I mean, I like Happy anyway, but he can get irritating to people, I think, sometimes. But yeah, then these people, Zash's lackeys kind of pop out of nowhere, and there's like the guy who's obsessed with his muscles, the guy who flies on this weird little seed-looking surfboard, and the leg lady who fights with her legs.
They're scuffling about, and then Zash comes, and I think Natsu's about to hit Zash, and then Zash uses his brainwash
on Natsu, and he goes for Lucy, doesn't he? And then she's like, you know, looking at him all worried, going like, Natsu, what's wrong? And he's literally about to whack her, and then Grey stops him. And then it goes back to him in the cube, doesn't it? Because you go into his eyes.
Yeah.
Because now they've all got away. They get away with like the staff and whatever, so they've got the staff back. Urza gets beaten by the leg lady. The guy with the muscles uses his massive laser on everyone.
Yeah.
And then it goes to where Natsu.
Yeah, because Lucy gets taken away by Zash.
Zash takes Lucy because he's like, kill them all, but
I want my woman.
Blonde comes with me, isn't it? So we don't know what happens to Lucy. But then it goes back to Natsu, and the bird is just dead. He's killed the bird that he was at the beginning. Like, you don't see him fight the bird, you just see the bird it's done, it's gone. And then Natsu kind of starts remembering what happened, and he's like, oh my god, like, it's my fault, basically. He runs and just magically, suddenly, he's found the rest of them, all of them apart from Lucy, and then they're like, oh, why is Lucy the only one who's missing? And then Natsu uses, like, basically starts using his nose, doesn't he, to find Lucy. Which is where you meet Sonia.
Because they rescue Lucy from Zash, because Zash is about to
he's basically very kinky, isn't he? He's got all girls locked up in his little dungeon bit. Yeah. And they're all in bikinis, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then he gets sort of chains, like gets Lucy to look in his eyes, brainwashes her, chains her up to like a pillar. Again, fan service, boobs bouncing everywhere. Oh, bye.
So they rescue Lucy, and Sonia's like, oh, let me help you get out of here. She uses her power of seeing through walls, and they escape. And then Sonia's like, oh, here's the reason why we need the staff, because there's this resource called stellarium or something.
Something like that, yeah.
And when light is exposed to it, it gains energy, and if too much light is gained, it will explode, destroy Stella.
It's going to destroy the whole city, the whole continent, they said, didn't they?
Yeah.
So it's going to destroy their whole kingdom, basically, if it releases all of that at once, all of its magical energy at once. So they wanted to use the staff to absorb the energy, was it?
To take away the light from the crystals.
Yes.
So that.
But Natsu knows from touching the staff, I'm guessing it's because he's a dragon slayer that he kind of got that straight away from the staff when he touched it. I'm not sure. But he kind of touches that staff, and then he says to her that that's a lie. That's not going to happen.
That's not the
that staff is full of the sorrow of thousands of dragons and stuff. And she kind of, almost as if she wants to believe him, because she starts to get a bit upset, but then she runs away anyway. Like, after Natsu was saying, like, give us the staff, she's like, I can't do that. She runs away. And then it goes to King
Animus.
Kind of goes to him, and he's disciplining Zash, isn't he?
Yes.
He doesn't like the fact that Zash is using Sonia, because he uses her power to find people and things, because she can see through walls and whatever. And King Animus does not like that, which is explained later on in the movie why he doesn't.
Because they were talking about the ceremony for the dragon cry.
Yes.
To do the ritual for the light with the crystals. So I think it comes to that day, and the fairy tale group are like, right, we're going to stop the ceremony. We're going to take the staff.
Yep.
We're going to stop this plot. So.
But of course, the bad guys are aware of that. They think that it's obvious fairy tale are going to show up. So they start keeping an eye out for the fairy tale logo, which obviously they learn at some point. Then it goes to Gargio Levi, Juvia walking through the street, and then suddenly the guards are like, fairy tale's here, get them. Obviously, them guys have no idea, like, what the hell was going on, why are these people attacking us, but Gargio being Gargio was like, I don't care, let's kill them. Well, not kill them, fairy tale doesn't kill anyone. He's like, let's get them, starts fighting, and then it goes to our guys making their way to the ceremony, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, there's a bit of commotion going on over there. Grey goes to check the commotion out. Then there's a point where Urza leaves the group. She goes one way. One of the guys starts chasing them. The guy on the hoverboard starts chasing him. Wendy goes Super Saiyan and she holds him off while the others go different ways, basically. Yeah. So that's the first fight we see. Wendy and the hoverboard guy. And this is when Charlotte does her thing.
Yes, this is the thing.
This is the part we were very surprised of. We've read the manga, obviously we know about this. And we're pretty sure it hasn't happened in the anime yet, has it?
No, there's 3 things that haven't happened with Grey as well.
Yeah, which we knew it hadn't happened because our friend that we had with us who's watching the film with us, he's only seen the anime, he's not continued. Fairy Tail's one of his favourites as well, I think, or one he really likes, so he watches it and, you know, he won't read to find out. He wants to see it happen, you know, rather than read it. So Charlotte does this thing, which if you have read the manga, you're aware of. She has a bit of an ability, doesn't she?
Well,
like, it's almost similar to Panther Lilies.
Yeah.
You know, Panther Lily can turn into like a huge panther man, you know, who's ridiculously muscly and wields a massive sword. Charlotte
turns into a
human, basically.
Human cat girl.
Neko girl. Yeah, so she does this little transformation, and me and like Rygart here were just like,
Nani?
No way, this has just been revealed, and our friend was just like, oh, this is cool, and we're like, oh my god, this has just happened.
It's like, wow.
So, because you know, her and Wendy do this like kind of fighting thing together, and so they're fighting this guy, and Wendy's got her pink Super Saiyan hair that she does in that one time,
awesome.
Which was awesome to see it in the anime before, like when Wendy did that, and then she cut her hair off. Obviously, she's got a hair now. So she does that again. They beat the shite out of this guy.
Yeah.
Urza comes across. Is it Urza next? Urza comes across that leg lady again.
Yep, they're fighting in like this like rocky, like open.
Yeah, it's almost like crystally kind of floor, isn't it? And there's water as well, like a little like cove almost where they are like rocky plateaus, isn't it? Like it's all like flat kind of different levels.
Yeah.
All over the place. Quite a
like
pretty.
You'd say a canyon.
Canyon, I suppose, like a crystal kind of canyon.
Yeah, yeah.
So she finds her again. Huge fight scene.
Lots of hairstyles with the whip because you know Urza hairstyles.
Well, it does look like she struggles.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get onto the whole topic of bullshit Urza when she fights anyone. It doesn't matter what seems to happen to her. She seems to just prevail all the time.
Because she's Urza.
I think ticks in her brain. She seems to be jumping in a certain way, and we're like, okay, yeah. And then suddenly they lock legs.
And we're talking the heads between the legs, people.
Oh yeah, Urza gets this girl in like a headlock with her legs, and no joking, her nose is in Urza's punani. And then it kind of zooms out, and Urza's done Grand Chariot, which we know is Jalal's move. So Jalal might not be in this movie, but he's still referenced to, because for some weird reason, unexplained, Urza uses Grand Chariot.
It's because she's Urza.
Urza beats her in the end, of course, because it's Urza. She never loses. And then it goes to
Zess.
Lucy.
Yeah, Zess and Lucy in the prison.
Yes. And Lucy's set all the girls free, and she's like, oh, you know, go this way. Sonia turns up and helps the girls escape, isn't she?
Yes.
She takes the girls, and Lucy stays there to fight Zash.
Zash. And manga spoiler
Another
number 2.
manga spoiler. Lucy's new little thing that she can do.
She can take her celestial keys, and instead of just summoning the celestial spirit, she can now.
It's almost Requip, isn't it?
Yeah, almost Requip.
Celestial
Celestial
Celestial Requip. Where she basically wears an outfit similar to the spirit she's summoned.
Yes, and has
powers.
Yeah, the abilities of doing that.
Yeah. So the first one, she brings out Capricorn, and she shows the fact that she can do this, and she figures out somehow that by them both wearing glasses, Zash can't do that thing where he looks in their eyes and
can't brainwash.
Yeah. So she does that. Virgo also comes along and helps the girls escape. Grey is running through the town. Juvia finds him, and she's like, "Oh my god, like I knew you'd be here." They fight the muscle guy.
Yeah.
Is it the muscle guy?
He has this weird ability to.
He's got these little dolls, doesn't he? He fights with dolls. This big guy. He's obsessed with his muscles. He flexes a lot.
Yeah, he flexes, and these dolls.
They're like his children, aren't they?
I have no idea, but they.
He called them his children, his daughters.
They can shoot beams.
Yeah, it's like laser beams. It's really weird.
And then we come to manga spoiler number 3, which is possibly my most favourite Grey transformation ever.
Awesome.
When you get to it in the manga and in the anime.
Well, we know in the anime that he gained from his or from
From his
Deliora in his dad's body,
Yes.
he gained the Demon Slayer magic. We know that.
Yeah.
We don't really see him use it in the anime properly,
No.
like how we see it in the movie,
Yeah.
which is like full black.
He transforms his like, it's like this black goes from his arm all the way up to a lot of his
It's
body.
like the side of his body almost. One side
Yeah.
of his body goes
His
black.
hair goes like,
Suddenly just gels up.
yeah, it's like Goku.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I suppose so. Just sort of
Yeah.
sticks up on end.
Yeah.
But he looks badass when that
Oh
happens.
yeah, yes, that was cool.
So, but he just gets completely demolished, doesn't he? He does that, and then he just gets demolished against the wall, which is then we see crazy Juvia again, where
yeah,
she's
Grey's about to be like
destroyed by the
destroyed.
two dolls. They're two tiny little dolls, but she sees them as two beautiful young women leaping for Grey in a love, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, we love you, but they're not. They're two little dolls, so she obliterates them because she's just like, get away from my Grey.
Yeah, she
Which-
goes Yandere mode, does a smooth, which leaves like a heart-shaped mark all on the building, and then possibly, you know, Juvia sort of like reacts to what she's just done, and then Grey comes over and is like, "You saved me," and the camera slowly pans down back to Juvia, back to Grey.
And no, it's going to Juvia, but as it hits Grey, the camera's just panning down, back to Juvia, blushing, panning down. You know he's naked. He's completely starkers. Not just in his shorts like he normally is. He's completely starkers by this point. And Juvia just basically dies. She's just like, oh my god, like because he's standing there butt naked in front of her, and he doesn't even seem to care. Because he doesn't. He strips all the time. He really doesn't care by now.
Ice make penis. Ice make penis. Yes.
Interesting concept.
And then going back to the main fight, now you then find out that Sonya and Animus are actually the same person.
Yes, a bit of a twist, isn't there?
Yeah, it's
Like it's almost as if she has a split personality because they look almost like brother and sister when you do see them.
yeah,
So that's what you kind of possibly think, but she does explain that she's known him for a very long time. But she's got the staff off of Zash, and he's standing there going, give me the staff, isn't he? Trying to get the staff off of her.
Mhm.
And yeah, she's looking in the mirror, and she turns into Animus in the mirror, doesn't she?
Yes.
And then she sort of realises Animus inside her.
with the split personality, the twist is that Animus is actually a dragon.
And like how Ignil and the others were inside the Dragon Slayers, Animus is inside Sonya. You find out the reason he's inside Sonya is because he was dying. So was she when he found her, when she was a child, and he used her so they could both survive. Zash is running up to the top of the tower. He calls on these Dragon Slayers that he's got, and they're like metallic humans, like robots basically, that they start coming out of the ground, out of trees, I don't know, they just come out of everywhere and they completely surround all of the other like people in Fairy Tail, and you know, they're really strong, and even when, I mean, there's a bit where Urza just cuts through them all, but then they just pop back up. Same with Grey and Juvia, they're fighting them, and like they don't die, they seem to just pop back up no matter what they do. That's when Animus breaks out
of
Sonya as a dragon and runs off.
Yeah, that's it. That's when Zash has took the staff.
And that's when he's called the big red dog that he's got, and has said, you can eat them, basically, because like now Lucy, Sonya are both on the floor where the dragons broke out. So, you know, Zash says to the dog, you can eat them. Happy comes along. Now, by this point, Happy is red.
Yeah,
There was a point before the ceremony, they had a rest, and Happy found these big red berries. Charlotte told him not to eat them, but he started eating one. And the next day, he's red. He's not blue Happy, he's red. And he tries to get courage with his dog Fear, and he's like standing in front of the dog between the dog and Lucy, and he's like, I won't let you eat them. And he gets really angry and like basically does a little mini Natsu, doesn't he?
A little mini fire dragon.
He shouts and he breathes fire all over this dog, cooks the dog, and then he just goes back blue, back to his normal self. It's just quite funny for Happy, because he's like, he doesn't know what happened,
Yeah.
which is really cute. And then it goes back to big kind of, the big dragon is chasing Zess. Zess is running up on the inside of the tower, up the stairs, and the dragon's like bursting through the walls trying to get him and pull him out, basically. And then Natsu gets involved. Natsu starts running up the tower on the side of the tower, apparently.
Matrix style.
Yeah, and he's chasing, gives chase, which is then when the dragon and him have a bit of a tuffle, didn't they? Zess is at the top, and Zess has called on the dragon staff by this point.
Yeah.
And he's called on Ethereus power. It's got an Ethereus thing, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like how we see in the Tower of Heaven arc back in the anime, that beam that comes down, lots of magic circles appear in the sky all over their town, all over Fiore. Ethereus beams start coming down and they're like destroying things. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Like there's not a lot. It doesn't seem like it does a lot of critical damage, but there are things coming down. It's like shooting from this,
Zess, because of the energy of the dragons, he gets just sort of vaporized by the energy.
Yeah.
And
basically the
he's dead.
staff destroys him.
Yeah,
isn't it?
He's gone. He's dead.
He couldn't hack that amount of power that came from that staff.
So then Animus gets to the top after a scuffle with Natsu, and he's got the staff.
No, he doesn't just get the staff. He swallows
Yes.
the staff. So you're like, okay, now he's basically got the powers of the staff because he's just swallowed the Dragon Cry staff. So there's now just a huge fight scene between Natsu and Anime. Well, the tower crumbles, doesn't it? So you got Lucy and Happy.
Crumbles.
Lucy and Happy starts to scream for Natsu's name, and we're like, what's going on? What's going on? Then it goes to Natsu, and really unfairy tale like, he is hanging off of a spike.
See, with that, that was brutal. For me personally, I still think it's not as brutal as.
Oh no, there's plenty more.
As the grey headshot.
Oh, the grey headshot. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's probably the most whoa moment in fairy tale. Yeah. But yeah, no, you sort of just see Natsu is impaled by a spike. He's like, his back is like he's laying on this spike. So obviously your instant kind of thought is, oh my god, surely that's killed him. And basically it then goes to this point where Lucy's kind of got him in her arms. She cries on him and he wakes up.
Well, the tear goes in his mouth. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then
he's having all these flashbacks, isn't he? Like of all fairy tale, happy moments in fairy tale, and you're like, oh, that's really cute,
friendship.
And then friendship, Nakama. Woo. But then he wakes up and he starts sort of talking, and he's like getting really angry and stuff, and then it's just purely anger for doesn't the dragon.
I think no, because he's hurting. He says, about I don't care about that. He says, you're hurting my friends.
Yeah.
And then I only care about my friends, and you're hurting my family, and my guild is everything. And then he snaps, and
that's where we see the bit that you see in the trailer.
Yeah, in the trailer, the poster.
In the trailer, everyone would have seen this. In the trailer, you got Dragon Natsu. He's like half dragon, half Natsu. To the point he's got a wing, he's got a dragon arm, he's got a dragon leg, he's got scale on his face, is like half dragon. And but it's explained, isn't it? He's not taken that form. That is not Natsu's form. It's just that the Animus, I can't say his name properly. Animus is looking at him, and it's flashing as if to say that's what Animus can see Ignil in Natsu, which is why it shows the half dragon, half Natsu thing.
Yeah,
that's what the dragon's picturing.
It's almost like a visual representation of Natsu's power.
Yeah. But then, another almost, not a spoiler, but a thing that happens, it's just like, oh my god, that was mentioned, which makes it then back to canon, is that Animus recognises that Natsu is END.
Yes,
he realises that he is one of the Book of Zereth, those demons, the Book of Zereth.
Yeah, as Natsu does the final blow, he says that, and immediately we've both looked at each other and gone,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we didn't expect that to happen.
No.
Which again brings it back into the fact that it is canon.
Yeah.
So it's basically like they've gone off and done a one of their quests, isn't it? It's kind of like a longed out episode.
It's just an arc narrowed down into an hour. I mean, surprisingly, this film was quite short. I mean, a lot happens.
It
'cause
felt
there's a lot
shorter.
of action. There's a lot of action, and it does piece quite well from bit to bit to bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
There was no point where we were sort of sitting there going, "Oh, come on, get on with it." It was constant, and it had good consistency throughout the whole film, which was brilliant to see, really.
Yeah. So they save. I think so. The staff gets they destroy the staff, doesn't it? Yeah, it destroys the
Well,
staff.
when they destroy Animus,
Yes.
it the staff kind of
shatters.
No, it's there. The staff reappears, and Sonya, who picks it up and smashes it on a rock.
Yes.
And then the dust from it turns into a ribbon and flies away.
Yes.
And you don't see it after.
Massive key plot point.
Yes,
there.
remember that. So this little ribbon flies away into the night, and they're like, "Oh, bye bye, dragon cry." And then it's all like happy again. You know, they've done it. Mission complete.
They go back to the guild.
Yeah.
They just, you
get to see some of your other favourite characters.
Makarov,
Yeah.
Elfman,
and Mira Jane and the Sana and all that lot. They're all there, so.
Kanna's still drinking as well.
Oh, Kanna's always drunk.
Yeah.
Kanna's always drunk. Should we just jump straight to the post credits? You just see this ribbon floating through the sky, and suddenly a hand catches it. And then it goes to the feet of this person, it starts to pan up. It was when it got to the ankles I realised who this person was, which is quite bad, I think, personally. The fact that I was like, "Oh my god, it's him," straight away. And then it goes up, and it's like this guy who's like long blue hair, and he's like starts talking and that stuff.
Very tanned.
He is very tanned.
Yeah.
And he does go on to explain himself as Acnologia. You can't say that.
I can't even say his name.
Acnologia, and it goes to him, and he's like, "You're just like, so you got Acnologia, and he's caught this ribbon, and he knows what it is, doesn't he?"
Yes.
He realises straight away what it is.
It explains why Acnologia is doing what he's doing.
Yes.
Which we have this somewhat semi-flashback.
Yeah.
Which somehow.
Which is back where the dragons were in the Grand Magic Games, wasn't it? Under the thing. It goes back to that point. Which
Sonya and Acnologia must be related, because Sonya's down and almost dead.
This is where it flashes back to Animus finding Sonya and then him going into her body to save both their lives.
Yes, but as before they do that merge to save each other's lives, Acnologia sees Sonya on the ground and then goes, "I'm gonna destroy all of them."
Yes.
So then he walks away, and that's what he's been doing since then.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he doesn't know about Sonya, doesn't know about Animus and all this.
No, because he's walked away.
Yeah.
Before Animus jumped into Sonya's body, he was gone.
Yeah, and then so
Acnologia.
Thank you.
Bug.
Crushes or just disintegrates the dragon cry into the air.
Yep.
And that's that. And then
I'll
leave the final twist to this story to Titania herself.
Help me here. It pans up the cliff and we see 3 people, and as it was panning up, we're like, is it this person? Is it this? I started laughing because I was like, oh my god, they've put this guy in it. It was like, just sort of started to pan up very slowly as it does, like kind of building up massive tension, and who is it? No other than...
Sasuke!
Really?
Oh no, I always picture him as Sasuke, but...
Zeref is there, and he has a very strange brandish with him.
Yeah,
and someone, who was the other person? I don't remember.
I
was so focused on Zeref, I didn't even notice the brandish had green hair for some reason.
I'm thinking it's the old guy, the mage, the most powerful, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the 12.
Yeah,
him.
I'm thinking it's him. I can't remember.
I don't even remember picturing the third person. I just saw Brandish and Zeref.
Yeah.
And I was laughing. I was in fits laughing because I can't believe they put Zeref in there. I was like, I wasn't expecting Zeref's face to show up at all in that film, but it did. No. And then again, that's how you know, confirmed canon.
Confirmed. Yeah, that it leads
because of what he says. Oh.
Because he says, it's about time to start it, and that's when
we know what he's going to start doing, which is the current arc.
Yeah,
in
the
start
manga. Of the Avolian Empire arc, which brings it all the way to now.
So my favourite mangas, I can't really go and say like what my favourite manga is because it's not a series. My favourite manga. My favourite manga will always be Junji Ito's Uzumaki.
Okay,
I like creepy horror stuff, and as much as I do enjoy watching horrors, like I enjoyed Tokyo Ghoul, Parasite, and stuff like that, but I like to read them, and I think Junji Ito is awesome writer. Like, his stuff is so... It's not just creepy, it's psychologically messed up, and I don't know why, I just really like that stuff. So that is my favourite manga, always, to read. Like, I would rather read Junji Ito than read Fairy Tail. I watch Fairy Tail, kind of thing,
okay.
you know? So I would say that's definitely my favourite. Any other Junji Ito fans out there, you know what I mean. And then I'd say now would be Neverland, the one that you have introduced me to and we are reading together.
Yeah, I mean, what
a manga.
It was like, I think it was like at 24 chapters at the time. I read like the first 24. Well, after the first chapter, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Like,
every single chapter ends cliffhanger, doesn't it? And you want to read more. So when I was introduced to that, I'd say that's now, because I don't read a lot of manga. I mean, I do, but not. I've seen them as well as watched them. Mangas that I've read without seeing an anime is not a huge list of that. So yeah, this is definitely.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing like
weekly reviews on this, aren't we? Chapter reviews. So if you're reading that, there will be spoilers. If you've read it and you're up to date with it, join us.
I believe it's 38 chapters at the moment. Yeah, yes. 38 chapters.
Currently.
Yeah,
well, there'll be 39 by the time we release this.
Yeah. So yeah, do read that. It's amazing. Your head will be
Well, it's called Yukatsu no Neverland, isn't it?
No, that is...
What? How do you say the Japanese version of it? I just call it Neverland.
The Yakusoku no Neverland.
So
Yakusoku means promise.
Yeah,
so,
I just know it's like Promised Neverland, but it's Yakusoku no Neverland.
Yeah.
We use an app called Manga Rock. Is it Manga Rock? It's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant app. Loads of loads of mangas. It's great.
But we're waiting for it to be released physically in the UK.
Yes.
Because we want to support this.
Definitely want to support this. So give it a read. If you like it, help us support it, because we want it to become a good. It's good enough to get a series, right? We'd love to see it animated.
No doubt.
Like it's really good. Like I said, every single chapter, you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? No, you can't do that, you know.
Yeah.
And there's so many twists and just like what the hell moments. Yeah, it's crazy, and it just massive respect for this manga. It's just so gripping.
Yes.
Very gripping. That's the word I was looking for. Gripping. Another one we're going to be talking about is Jagan. And we say like that because it's like Jagan with like 6 A's. Is it 6 A's? I don't know. Stupid like that.
I'm actually going to count on it. Yeah, that is 6 A's.
6 A's.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a good guess.
That is good.
Good guess. Well done, Inked. Right, so yeah, but that'll be another one we talk about, which is the
horror.
The shoot 'em up. Yeah, it's like it reminds me of Parasite.
Yeah, I
definitely got a Parasite inspiration. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So if you like Parasite, chances are you'll like Jagan.
I think it actually, I think it's the third chapter. It does reference.
Yes.
Because he says
it does.
Like,
it says something about Miggy.
Like,
Miggy's referenced in it. So yeah, it's definitely inspired by Parasite. So if you enjoy Parasite, I'd imagine you'd enjoy Jagan. Again, it'd be good to see it as an anime. Be good to see it animated, especially if it's done in the style of Parasite. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. It's a really weird premise though in terms of how it works. But when we start talking about these mangas and the chapter reviews, we'll do a quick summary of what's happened all the way up to the current chapter, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, this will definitely be the start of our next episode.
Yeah.
We'll talk about manga that we are currently reading. Maybe a few airing animes we can throw in there, because obviously we're talking about anime and manga. We'll probably, I'd mention maybe the new series of Attack on Titan.
My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia is another one that we're watching.
Yeah.
Which is bloody great. I've only just recently started watching it, so Rygart's been watching it. You've been watching it since it aired?
Since the first season aired.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've started watching it when I started watching it just before the second season aired. I had to wait for like the one or two last episodes of. No. I watched the first full series and then had to wait a couple weeks for the.
I think you caught up on episode 2 of season 2.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about that. We will talk about Michiko Bayashi's Dragon Maid because it's hilarious. I've watched 2 episodes so far, but I couldn't decide if it was ridiculous or really kawaii. Like, I was just like, what the hell is this? But it is funny, it's cute, so I will continue watching it.
Please do. Please do.
So yeah, that'll be another one we'll talk about.
Yeah.
Any recommendations you have for us to watch and review, we will. I dare say there's going to be links to our emails.
Yeah, blogs and podcast
Twitter
page,
or whatever, I don't know. We'll make all this stuff.
Yeah, all the social medias.
All the meetings.
All the meetings.
Who social medias? Oh, Rashid too.
Yeah, Rashid's my split personality.
He has an alter ego.
But he's at work at the moment.
Yeah.
But anyways,
you work nights? I didn't know you work nights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
it's weird that he rings me during the day.
No, he's a busy man. But no, yeah. I guess this is.
Thanks for listening.
The first episode.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us ramble on about.
Yeah, and again, apologies for it being messy, but do give us feedback. We do like to hear feedback. Just, maybe we can work on some stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. And go see Fairy Tale Dragon Cry.
Yeah, please do.
Do it. Do it. Right.
On that note.
Peace out.
Bye.